Hi, this is Beverly from the Art Barn. If you recall, in the Seasons Tree Part 1, we only got to a certain point. I did the entire rest of the video on my camera that apparently is outdated. So the video did not record. I could not get it downloaded on any computer. And we're just going to sum up the entire project here so that if you have started this project, then you'll be able to finish with some knowledge. I'm confident that if you've gotten this far, you'll be fine in finishing it, but maybe I can make a few suggestions to help you finish the job. This tree is the finished product, and what we've had on the Seasons Tree video 1, we had the blue and white on one side filled in with sponge, and it gave it a textured look. And then we did black and white, which mostly white, and as you got farther down to the horizon in the snow, it became whiter. Up here, we knew the tree would cover it up, so it wasn't a big problem to transition that. Then we took brown and black, a mixture, and we took a liner brush, probably a flat brush first, to fill in the trunk of the tree, but then we took a liner brush to press gently, roll the brush and press gently in order to make the roots and the branches all over. That's where I left off. So we're going to add the next step. You want a sip of coffee? I make my coffee with coconut milk and Pyru and some vanilla. It's kind of homemade, but I like it. No calories, or very few calories. Coconut milk or almond milk. So now we're going to pick up where we left off. We're going to add green to this side, first a dark green. After that dries, then you can add a lighter green on top with a fan brush. Here's a fan brush. Now there's several different sizes. If your fan brush is too big and too round, you can always just use part of that fan brush. Works great for grass and trees. I love it. So we add the dark green, let it dry. So while this is drying, you can add your dark green up on the spring and summer side of the tree with a little round brush. And that gives you a background, that gives more shadow to your leaves if you add your dark green first. So you got your dark green down here, add your dark green up here, go back, add your light green with your fan brush here, and then go up here and you can add your light green on the top of your dark green with a round brush, stipple it, poke it, or you could also use Q-tips. This gives you the appearance of green leaves. If you dip the Q-tips in paint and go on your painting like that, it gives the appearance of bunches of leaves. Now, you can do that on top of your dark, and then this should be dry enough that you could add some yellow-green highlights. We always try to go with at least 3 values when you're doing nature. So in grass, you think of green grass, but really you have shadows in that grass and you have highlights. So you have a dark green, a medium green, and a light green. And then by that time, after you add your medium green over here, you're ready for your light green here with your fan brush a little bit, and your light green here, either with your Q-tips or your round brush. And you don't add a whole lot, just a little bit, just to highlight your leaves. So while that dries, we're not going to touch the flowers yet. While that dries, you're going to take the next section of fall leaves and You can also use your Q-tips for the fall leaves. You could dip them in red, orange, and yellow, and then apply those here. That's what I did. And then apply them down here. Now, this is the danger. I had to go back because I had my triangles very, very uniform. And I needed to spread those leaves out a little bit on the summer side and on the winter side, so I added some more leaves so it wouldn't look so uniform. So after you add your leaves on both sides, up and down, then you can go back and add some snow. Use a smaller brush to add some white to the top of your branches. Now, if you really want to make that white stand out, add a little bit of pink to it, or a little, very tiny bit of red. Red is very powerful. You don't really want to see the pink color, but you want to see a white that's warm because you have a cool background. And so if you add a little bit of pink to your white, you're going to get beautiful snow on those branches. Add it with a smaller brush. You could probably use a bigger brush. You use the same color down here for the top of your snow. Now this is going over your background. Just remember to leave spots in your snow that are the darker color for shadow. You don't want it to be solid white, and you don't want to cover up those roots. You might want to sprinkle a little bit of snow on top of those roots, and maybe on the side of the trunk, and on a few branches here. You'll want to sprinkle it on just to make it look like it's snowing outside. So that is how you finish your season's tree. I hope it goes well for you. I apologize for the inconvenience of not having every step apparent, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave you without instructions so that you could at least finish your project if you started. Happy painting. Take care from the Art Barn.